Good evening. I call this meeting to order on February 17th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Uh, Agenda is first is call the board member roll call, approval of agenda, then approval of minutes for January 20th, 2026. Then we have ideas for the new zoning administrator job description. And then updates on emergency plan. Then we'll have next meeting agenda, public comment and adjourn. Board member roll call first, Jim.
Jim Winchester.
John Bashy.
Stacy Boxer,
David Powell.
Brian Harris.
Do we have anybody online too?
Nope.
Okay. Approval of agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And then approval of minutes for January 20th.
The only people at that meeting were Fred, who's not here, Stacy, David, and John. So I don't think you can
Three of
approve
us.
without a quorum.
You can't vote on
We don't have-
minutes if you were not
Sure.
for
We'll
it,
take that
unfortunately.
until next meeting.
Table that.
Abstain.
All
I
right.
believe there are exceptions to that rule, but we don't qualify for any of those at the moment.
Yeah. And they haven't told me any of that, so.
Well, the exceptions would be if like at the start of a new board, if you had enough replacements
Yeah.
or people resigning, then that kind of creates a little special clause to where
Hmm.
the new board can approve the previous board's minutes just to like procedurally move forward.
Makes sense.
Yep.
But that's about it.
I didn't have no time, but
Yep. All right, so we'll move on to ideas for news zoning administrator job description. And one thing I want to say to that is I have a quick little list of things. These are things I put together. I don't. I just put a quick couple things together, just brainstorming. One is when I was thinking about some changes in this, and then the more I sat and read it, and the more I looked at it and thought about it, I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to convince myself to whether we need to change it or just leave it as a general policy that people are filling out.
Talking about for review or the job description?
For the review stuff. So.
Okay, we're talking about job description.
Yeah, and then so on that job description, I'm looking at some more things like, so I think, so we should have the boards get together is what I was listing out here. So I think the boards should have, I think, call the DRB in at the same time, only because, and this is just again, my thoughts on it. If we put the DRB together with us, because both boards have to deal with it. So
Talking about the evaluation again now, right?
no, even in the job description. So I think when we're talking and trying to get some more information, I think as far as what we're going to have for
Or you
it,
want to have them
I
here?
would like
Yeah.
to try to have
Okay.
DRB.
both. And the only reason why is because we both deal with them
Sure.
in a direct response to both boards. So if I feel
That makes
if
sense.
we're the only one
Yeah.
just doing this,
That makes sense.
then
yeah,
that was my bigger issue with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And again, we have to, Jimmy
Mhm.
sit on the board together.
Yeah.
We have to try to make sense of all the bylaws and stuff too. So we're making them here. We have to make sense of them that they're clear to us when we're having to deal with them. So I think like having to do that job description, I think I feel we should have both boards together and have like an independent meeting that way so that all the minds could come together as what they would like to see.
yep.
I think that makes perfect sense. It makes just say trying to write a job description in a room of 10 people is not a very productive way to do it.
Mhm.
So, again, I did a draft, which I'm sure could be improved upon. But I think if somebody would have a draft for the combined committee, that then everybody can look and mark up before they come to the
Yeah.
meeting. And then we sit down and we hash out the details, but now we're right into the nitty gritty rather than trying to through the whole thing.
That's fine.
Makes sense.
Do you have a copy of that one?
Yeah, it was sent around. I don't have a printed copy,
Okay.
but it was sent around. Kate sent it last time.
All right, I gotta come see Hannah again because I'm still getting nothing in my email.
Really?
Yeah. She said she was talking with IT on it, but yeah. My emails come in blank.
Yeah, and I don't,
I open it up.
You mean you're getting an email, but there's nothing in it?
There's nothing there. There's
Oh.
no messages.
that's a weird one.
It's happened quite a bit. It's happening a lot. And then when I open it, if it does come in, I open it and I have, if I open it up, say, okay, there's something there. I'll read it later, whatever, close it, it's gone. So they've been trying to figure out what's going on. She's been working on it, so I'll have to let her know again. But yeah, I'll get a,
And just, I mean, I don't know if you want to use this, and I'm fine if you want to do something else, and you, in some ways, have a lot more contact, with the position, so I think you'd be in a better position to write it, but all I did was take the existing one and knock out some of the language that we all seem to agree
Mhm.
didn't really belong there. And then a couple of little changes in the essential job functions, just to say he's not, the zoning administrator doesn't have to be the lead for the planning commission and, those things that
Yeah.
we talked about.
right, right.
And that's all I did. I think there might be something more comprehensive that would be even better. But, and I also thought that the essential job functions, the way that that was written, that could be the self-evaluation. How did you do on all these essential job functions?
Yeah.
And then, golden. And so maybe looking at those a little bit later would be worthwhile.
And I put down, I went on to a couple other towns and stuff that had some for their zoning administrator and what they do for their evaluations and their hirings and stuff. So a lot of them seem to be pretty blanketed on a certain topic. So it's the last ones from 5 to 9. So it's technical knowledge and applications, code enforcement and conflict resolution, efficiency, and process involvement, or improvement, and then customer service and public relations, and then the communication and collaboration. So those were their main topics on a lot of the other like bigger, I looked at some citywide ones, some smaller towns too. They kind of used that, it looked like a blanket thing that they would, built their stuff on. So,
Sounds good.
so, man, it's something, yeah, I mean, I'm all for, whatever, it's looking up something like that or having the ones you got and just build off of those that are already there. I'm all for it. Whatever, it makes the job easier.
So when do we have this meeting?
So it's up to you guys when we want to do one for it. I think it could be the next meeting if we want.
I think your next meeting is with Concom.
Okay.
So
What's the date of that?
the 20,
Oh, we don't have a meeting at the beginning of March because of the conflict?
Yeah, we won't have one beginning.
Right, I'm
I
missing
think
it.
it's the 17th.
First, that's an election.
I'm out of town on the 17th, not that that means you shouldn't do it. I'm fine with you doing it.
I'm out also.
But you can't do it on the 17th. That's the joint meeting with
Right,
Concom, but your next meeting after that would be April 7th. So I can reach out to TRB and see if they.
That's a long wait.
Yeah.
I think we might have to pull a special one.
Yeah, that's always out. We won't have anything in,
So it goes March 3rd to the election, the 10th is Parks and Rec and Concom, and then the 17th is Planning Commission and Concom. The 24th should be open. Or you also have the 31st, just typically there's no meetings on those 2 weeks. But if you can do a special one,
I mean, I know we're all enthusiastically eager to come in for an extra day.
yeah. I know we're meet on
missing
Tuesdays
the
is a
first meeting of the month, so
ability to
Yeah,
get.
so it's really,
it's
no, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Mondays are open as long as meetings stop after the next meeting, which they are supposed to. So we could shoot for a Monday.
How you guys on a different day, even though we're normally Tuesdays, but
I can do a Monday. Tentatively,
Monday or Wednesday,
I
whatever.
mean, my life trumps,
So
so.
you're talking what date? Because I have different things on different
Well,
months.
I'm just thinking like we got one coming up. We're really technically only gonna have the one in later in March.
Right, so I'm.
If
trying
we
to
could
put it in
get
another
something more
meeting.
towards the beginning, but at a different
Monday,
day.
the second is town meeting and voting, right? So I assume they're setting up in here.
Yeah.
So that's no good.
This whole town hall.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm out of town then anyway.
Which board members on the planning commission are up for reappointment? Cause that's gonna be the next thing after the new board, select board seats. Anybody that's on the planning commission that their term expires, technically, we can't.
I think mine is, I think.
Yeah, so we actually shouldn't meet again until after the election board goes through the whole process, so.
Who is that then? You?
I think mine is, I'm trying
It'd
to.
be,
Is it here? Let's see if look. It's in there. We're all 27.
John, looks like John's the only one that's due.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
I
think,
thought there was at least two.
Think there isn't though.
I mean, if, I guess we could still try to hold a meeting if we were able to pull a quorum together.
I mean, the end of the month. End of this month, we could squeeze one more in maybe,
End of
and then
next
we,
month,
of this month,
this month.
we got one more, right? Let me see.
So Tuesday would be the 24th.
Yeah, I can do that.
I am out of town next week. I won't be back in town until Thursday.
For any date we pick, we're gonna miss somebody.
Yeah. No, by no means. Don't wait for me.
Well, and well, frankly, ideally, if we can send out something ahead of time, you can send in your input. which
This is
great.
true. And I'm fine with that. But you said you had already written up something.
Well, that's this is.
Oh, this is what you wrote up. Okay.
Yeah, which is based on the one that we got and just condensed a little bit, but I think we could go further than that. That was just a starting place. So the 24th, is that what we're going for?
How is everybody for that day?
No good for me.
I mean, it's
Oh, no good for you? Okay.
next week, but it would get us one more in to discuss this before we're out of the office until we're pretty much not gonna have, other than that one meeting, we're not gonna have any other meetings on any of this till April.
I'll meet on the second.
Yeah, and they're voting in here the next day. So they set up the machines and all. We can't really do the 24th with the zoning committee. That's not enough time to,
Yeah, I mean,
so, and I don't think I mean, at least my personal opinion, spending 3 meetings on one document doesn't seem like a good use of time.
yeah,
So let's put it out into March sometime when people can meet. We got both committees, we have a draft in front of everybody so they can come prepared.
let's see, so our meetings are for DRB are on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Could we try to get the DRB, had to get a hold of Matt, right? Yeah, and
The only thing I ask is that it just not be the 4th of March if possible.
Right. No, it would have to be the-
I have something going on for
Yeah.
work that day. I'm usually very open in evenings, but I can't do that day.
if we could we don't have anything for Wednesdays, or any other meetings on Wednesday, 11th?
No, but whatever date we pick, I'll run it by Tara first and then I'll email Mark.
Okay. Yeah, because if we could do possibly like the 11th of March?
I'll be out of town,
And that's
but
it.
I can send in my feedback too, so
Yeah.
that's.
Okay,
You wanna say 6 o'clock?
yes. And then see if we could get you know, it's a normal day that they would be in, but, or we'd be in on DRB, but we could maybe fit that on that day.
Do they meet weekly?
No, they don't.
Just have the.
Only-
No, we only meet basically if there's something we meet for, but,
No, we don't meet.
but this, we could probably get them to come in for it, if it's possible, we can put it out to
Yeah,
them.
they normally meet at 7 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, two of us already here, but,
Make it eight.
Gotcha.
So,
because then on the 17th is our next meeting after that, so our normal.
So you're saying 6 o'clock on that day, or do you want to go with their normal 7?
Might go with their 7. I think they,
Their days.
Six or seven, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's up to Matt, I guess, on that. If he wants to come in, he could do it 6 o'clock if we're available,
yeah, no,
And
no
then-
problem. Up to Matt.
6 or 7. Again, it was just kind of meet with them just to go over, that's what it would be, the topic. And
Yep.
just kind of get everybody together and just to review it real quick. Probably can hash it out enough that get it, something printed and be done with it.
Yep. That would be the hope.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Let's put that down. Okay. Anybody have anything else you wanna say about that? Nothing, okay. All right, then,
Or maybe, just to clarify, if we're gonna have a draft in front of us, who's writing that? When is it gonna be distributed? I mean, you're welcome to use mine if you want. I think you might be able to improve on it if you wanted to take a look at it. And then distribute that, you know, whatever.
I wrote a few changes on this real quick. Mainly one was a typo. The one about attend evening meetings. I think we'd all kind of already discussed that.
That's
They
for the
should-
development review board.
Yeah, I was gonna put as requested or needed,
Sure.
because he doesn't always need to be at every DRB meeting.
right, yeah, he's only needed if we have something.
And same thing with planning commissions, because I think under the current job description, he's actually supposed to run the DRB meetings and supposed to like do our scheduling
And
and,
he's supposed to be in charge of the planning commission too.
yeah.
Anyway, do you want to do this, or you can send me stuff? I'd be glad to edit what I have.
If, I would say if Dave's willing to do it and he's already got the original draft, I think it'd be easier for him to run track notes on it and just.
Yeah, let's
if Dave's
just,
willing to.
yeah, let's just run with what you got.
Well,
Yeah.
excuse me, I'll be out of town for the meeting, but I can certainly get this done and send it to Kate so she can distribute it. When do you
Yeah.
usually put out the packet? Usually the Friday before or something?
Usually by Friday, yes, just because I work every weekend, so that's
So
not.
I'll get it to you by Friday before,
Yep.
or before Friday before, so you're not waiting on me. Okay.
Yeah.
If you can't read my chicken scratches, just tell me. I do have the writing of a 2-year-old.
So why aren't you a doctor?
Well, you know, it's the whole, it's like 8 years of college thing.
I know how that is, I get the same thing.
So, yeah, I would just encourage, you know, everybody else to read through it, and if you have thoughts, send them to me, and then I will just incorporate them all and get it to Kate. So
Sounds
if you
good.
do that this week, then I can mash it and have the time to get it out before the meeting.
Sounds good.
If anybody needs me to email that. Do you have a personal email or anything I can send?
Yes,
Yeah.
Hannah's got it. I told her to send that if she has any issues or needs me or something like that, just because it just, like I said, it comes in and then gone.
So it's gonna.
I can pull it up and it's
It already did.
blank.
I have a copy here, and you mark this up and send me any thoughts you have, and then I will combine them and Kate will send them out to everybody.
All right, sounds good. Anything else on it? All right. Then we'll move on to update emergency plans. Who's got an update?
I
We
think,
did,
I think the question was how there were three different emergency plans that BCRC mentioned. I can't remember now. I know one we don't have, one is expiring, and I can't remember what the deal was, the third one. And we, at the last meeting, we didn't know how we go about updating. I don't know what the process is. I'm not knowledgeable, so, I can't write an emergency plan. So that was the question was, how do we update?
depends on, I think it's gonna depend on which plans we're looking at, because I know like,
That was in the notes that the
So, like-
20th notes.
yeah, because like, so Craig Odell does
Emergency planning.
emergency plan stuff, right? I think he's the only one that's doing that.
Craig's done it forever.
Yeah, so should we contact him to see how that would be, maybe?
Well, he knows what it's about, he's gonna
Right.
lay it out for us and, I think he'd like to come to the meeting, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's asking him to draft them.
right. Well, no,
It,
he'll let us know what's.
yeah, he might well, he'll obviously know the process or whatever is gonna have to happen, because
Right.
he's the one that has done the plans before. And he does the fire ones too, right?
Yes,
I think if I'm correct.
yeah.
Yeah, so,
Fire and emergency.
yeah,
Well, this is like the third meeting where we've mentioned these emergency plans, and it's the first time I've heard that there's somebody else to lead us.
and that's only, I just shooting
Yeah,
off of
well-
memory. I remember hearing that he did the plans before.
Craig's been there forever.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it seemed when we learned we didn't get the planning grant money, we can do some work on the town plan, but the lion's share of it is more than we can do.
Yeah.
So getting these kinds of things done, and then we were also said we wanted to look at potentially we had a lot of discussions about the zoning boundaries, and we
Mhm.
wanted to maybe get that in place while this plan was still in effect, because after it is no longer in effect, we can't.
Mhm.
So to me, those emergency plans and the zoning changes would be our agendas
Yeah.
for the next couple of meetings. And if we can get that done, I feel like we've really accomplished something. That'd be great.
so could we reach out to Craig about those and what we would have to do, or if he could come in to a meeting on that too?
Do you want me to invite him to your next regular meeting, which would be,
Yes,
Well,
if we can.
oh, I can't, that's the 17th.
could we, I can't, I'm trying to find it in the minutes right now and I didn't, but there were three specific different emergency plans. So if you could specify them to him and say, if he can tell us, I mean, if he can lead us through it, great, come to the meeting. If somebody else needs to do something, let's put that in motion. I feel like we do a lot of meetings where we say, okay, now next meeting we'll do something. And I'd like to do better than that.
What would you like me to ask him?
Ask him about the three emergency plans and whether he is the person to take the lead on rewriting them or updating them or whatever it is that's necessary. And if not, who?
I think we might have to reach back out to the BCRC and at least ask for like bullet points on, at least a little bit of guidance on what needs to be done.
Yeah, and he may know or he may not, and that'd be fine. Maybe we ask the BCRC about that too. Maybe, maybe they know who would take the lead on rewriting these things, or one of them we don't have at all. So maybe we ask both. And that would at least give us a handle on how we move forward.
I'm not sure, because I know he's set up some stuff before, so we have.
Yeah, he's a pro, I'll tell you.
He's got something, or we had something in place. I just don't know what
Yeah,
all of those are.
I've heard it many times, but,
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else on that?
Okay, they're right here. One is the River Corridor Protection Plan.
Yep.
One is the Hazardous Mitigation Plan.
Hmm.
And I'm not seeing the name of the third one, but it's in here somewhere.
Deviation for it. Local emergency, something.
Management Plan, something like that. And I know BCRC was the one that told us that these needed to be done. So,
Yeah, because there was the whole breakdown on the reimbursement percentages and.
We didn't have to have them all, but if we.
We didn't, but if we wanted to try to qualify for the maximum and reimbursement, if something happens, then we're better off to have it in place.
I mean, if it's impossible to write, then we don't, but if it's possible, let's do it. What's the harm? Great.
All right.
I think we should at least reach out to BCRC and ask them, are there any language restrictions? Because I know sometimes they want stuff like this in certain formats and.
Yeah.
Before we go too far down the rabbit hole, let's make sure we're at least kind of in the right formation.
And
Yeah, could you reach out to them and find out about that?
it might easily be.
Have a meeting.
achievable that
With a
That's where
coordinator that
and
might
we could
help us with that.
You know, I wasn't gonna say we should steal somebody else, but I like the way you think.
There's no better compliment than stealing something from
This is,
someone else.
this is true.
Guthrie said about music.
Yep.
Steal a good tune.
Add it right into that meeting that we're
Right.
due on
They spread good music.
Yeah.
for the 17th. So we'll do the one on 11th. We could add it into that because all we're gonna be doing is that plan. Maybe we can, and then, because we'll have a DRB here too, so. So if we can get him in here, maybe we can talk about it all at the same time.
Throwing garbage over
Thanksgiving Day.
Let's get them, all the minds
Well,
together.
it's easy to talk when you got everybody here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good if we can, if he's got time.
See, I'm emailing him right now just so they can get it out for Greg.
Yeah. If not, it'll have to be an April meeting with it. Okay, so our next meeting agendas, we kind of went over that already. What we're gonna have is this right now. We'll deal with this, try to get this out on that meeting on the 11th. And if things work out, we're gonna try to plug in Craig coming in and talking on the 11th while we got everybody here. Great. At least we can maybe hit everything and see what they know, maybe, or maybe he doesn't know enough about it. I don't know.
So for your next meeting agenda items. It's not gonna be the job description, because that's gonna be on the 11th, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the emergency plans. So what would you like me to put for the agenda? Or do you want me to touch base with Brad and see what he wants to add?
when is our next meeting? Not the combined meeting.
Not to combine meeting, so. Next normal meeting would be March 3rd, which you're not having.
Right.
The combined meeting is the 17th, which is already booked. So it would be April 7th for your next regular meeting.
So I think, given that, if we've gotten this input on the 17th, we can maybe write our agenda for the April meeting, because we'll know what we had and what we're missing. But maybe the 17th, we can finish a job description, which would be wonderful.
Yeah, I think,
But we're writing our next agenda, that's actually the 17th, which is the combo meeting, so I'll just do the one agenda
right.
item as.
Right.
yeah, just leave the 17th as that.
Yeah.
Let's try to put it in for on the 11th.
Yeah.
For that as
Yes.
a meeting. And if it doesn't work there, then we'll shoot for the April one for it.
We hear it all in March.
Yeah, I'm missing both of those meetings. So you may have a forum issue. If we're both gone and anybody else doesn't come, which does happen quite often.
Check, yeah. You're gonna be out too, Brian?
Next week, yeah, I won't be back in town till Thursday.
We're talking March.
March for March 11th,
Sorry, my bad.
17.
I think should be available. I mean, it's St. Patty's Day, so, I mean, I guess.
You can wear green.
I will.
Afterwards.
I have 2 Irish dogs and I'm not even gonna be here. In Vietnam, full places.
Oh, nice. My son went there a couple of years ago.
Yeah, put it on for those and I'll shoot it back out, talk with Fred about it, see if it's all right with those and
If we're
we'll go with that.
working with them to write a job description, what does quorum look like when you have 2 combined meetings, 2 combined committees?
I
What,
think whoever's having the meeting, as long as their committee has a quorum.
Okay.
You're okay.
so we could decide, oh, you got a quorum, you have the meeting.
Well, technically, it would be, you're creating the special meeting as planning commission
Yeah.
and inviting them. So as long as planning commission has a quorum here.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, they don't have to attend. They could just elect to send one member of their
But we
board.
could have a working meeting, get this all written down, and then put it on the agenda to approve next time we have a quorum when it, just a real quick item.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that would be good.
We could technically not even have it as a regular, as a meeting like that. We could do it as a work
Session.
session.
I'm not sure.
Doesn't make any difference, but
Brian, help me out with this. Do they have to make a motion to have a special meeting, or is that just something that can just be?
For when you go to open that session with the combined.
March 11th meeting?
So it would still be it would be a planning commission meeting because you're calling it. And effectively, you're just asking the other board there for information purposes.
But I mean,
So
like,
they-
tonight, right, they have to make a motion to have the special meeting on March 11th, or are they okay just to?
No, for scheduling, we're allowed to just schedule it. You would have to warn it as a normal meeting. You have to give proper notice.
Yeah.
And then you would also send notification to the development review board asking if they would be willing to attend in whole and part or send at least a representative.
So-
And give them the reasoning why, so they can be
the
prepared.
question is, would there be any advantage to not calling a meeting, but just having it called or?
No, you would, if you don't call it as a meeting, then it's a violation of open meeting law if we just meet and gather.
Gotcha. So we can't.
Because it has to be open to the public, so you have to give notice. We don't have to Zoom it.
We don't have to have it.
We can just record, we can just
We have to
record minutes.
advertise A combined meeting?
Yeah, because officially, we're still meeting as a planning commission meeting. We're just inviting another board in. So don't think of it as a combined meeting. Think of it as we're having a meeting and we're inviting them to spectate and participate.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
so that's what currently. I'll send that out to Fred and find out. Verify it all.
So I just love AI for this, by the way. Just AI search state of Vermont requirements for hazardous mitigation plan. There is a lot. I'm not gonna lie, some of this I think is going to be beyond the capabilities of the planning commission. We are going to need help with this. Like, there is a lot of information that's gonna need to be gathered. It looks like you're gonna have to get community engagement. So you're gonna have to have select board, zoning administrator, local decision makers, stakeholders. Them and FEMA approval drafts are reviewed by them to ensure state requirements are met before final FEMA approval. This is right at the top. A 5-year update cycle, risk assessments, identifications of natural hazards, floods, landslides, et cetera. Vulnerability assessments of assets include future
Okay.
conditions like climate change mitigation strategy must include actions with implementation timelines, assigned responsibilities, identified funding
Let's go with the
sources.
county plan.
Yeah.
Wow, see?
I'm just saying, well, that's why, like, I'm like, how much would be involved in this? I'm like, there's a lot. This is why all the communities end up offshoring it to the
You
BCRC.
can get Craig here and he can answer. It's for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, let's try that.
I'll keep you all posted this,
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, cause it's gonna be, isn't it
We
crazy?
got enough to do.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Just like, just slam me with stuff to try to make things up and it's makes it even more difficult to do the stuff.
Yes, it does.
All right, so let's move on, public comment. Nobody. All right, so then we'll move on to adjournment.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.